Desert Order, Strategy Combat and Base Attack Force in comparison. After Panzer Rush and River Combat, Studio Hoppe has released 3 more games, all based on the same game engine. These 3 games are Desert Order, Strategy Combat and Base Attack Force, and they differ significantly. This video should help you to decide which of the 3 games is the best choice. In all 3 games, it is about conquering bases of the opponents and defending your own bases. Exactly here, these 3 games already differ considerably. In Desert Order, a single strong gold player can easily take over even fully developed bases in 15 minutes. This allows ambitious players to take on unique roles in the game, even to dominate entire maps on their own. So, if you want to depend less on teamwork and more on your own strength and activity, you have good reason to choose Desert Order. Conversely, this also means that you can lose many bases if you are absent for a longer period of time. Based on this insight, in Strategy Combat, Studio Hoppe has created more upgrades for the base defense towers, with the result that bases are extremely difficult to conquer, and against an active opponent it is hardly impossible ever for a large alliance to conquer a base. This led to stalemates on many maps. Base Attack Force has therefore introduced a new feature, flags. Without flags, bases are no harder to capture than in Desert Order, but with flags they are just as hard to capture as in Strategy Combat. Players who log in at least once every 3 days can use flags to effectively prevent the rapid loss of many bases. Flags are very inexpensive, 5 times the defense of the base, but not invincible. Taking a base with flags is difficult, but not impossible. In this sense, Base Attack Force can be called the pinnacle of development, and this can be a good reason why new players choose to play Base Attack Force. Players who don't want to buy gold themselves, but want to achieve something with the gold they have earned, have the best possibilities in Base Attack Force. Players without money now have it a bit easier in all 3 games than before. There are daily quests for which you can get millions of resources on the home map. This is extremely helpful. The resource requirements for building many units have been reduced significantly. This allows non-gold players to actively participate and build much more than just Polotokas. The deciding factor in favor of Base Attack Force is the resource requirement of the strongest units. Here are 2 examples. The strongest mortar in the games Desert Order and Strategy Combat is the Howitzer Karl. It costs millions of resources, a quantity that cannot be achieved without gold. In Base Attack Force, the strongest Howitzer, the 2S7, can be easily built with a daily quest reward. The same applies to the strongest ships, AMS and Flower. In Desert Order and Strategy Combat, they are only available to gold players, whereas in Base Attack Force, their pendants can be easily built from the daily quest reward. In addition, the first 2 flag upgrades in Base Attack Force are extremely inexpensive with 9 and 19 gold, respectively, and in combination with flags already offer good protection against attacks. All this makes Base Attack Force the most attractive platform for players without money. A look at the balancing of the units shows certain problems in Strategy Combat, which sometimes result from the fact that new units become available there bit by bit. especially Desert Order, but also Base Attack Force, are characterized by a very good balancing. It is always easy to see where the strengths of the unit are and against which opponents it should be used. The fun factor, the most important thing in a game, I see equally well given in all three games. Full action right from the start, and the decisive factors are brains and good teamwork.